But you know who's not
That's all I do
spitballing?
here.
It was the Bungie CEO.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Rebecca Valentine reporting this one at IGN.
Yeah. This was
Heavy
rough.
news. Heavy news. Yeah, it's rough to hear this. Especially all the other details that have come out. But regardless, the Bungie CEO is claiming that the layoffs at the company were due to Destiny 2 underperformance. Oh my god. I read that and I was
How
like,
was it
yo.
underperforming? It was like popping off for like ever.
I thought it
you
was
know?
too, you know? We were
Maybe the
lied to.
last year it was struggling.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Rebecca Valentine
Yes,
reports.
Yeah,
The total number of employees impacted is estimated to be around 100. Triple digits, Mike. Woo!
yeah, it's pretty tough.
It's pretty tough out here. In an internal town hall meeting addressing a Monday round of layoffs this week that impacted multiple departments, Bungie CEO Pete Parsons allegedly told remaining employees that the company had kept, quote, the right people to continue work on Destiny 2. Speaking to multiple current and recently laid off employees, IGN has confirmed reports that Bungie took responsibility for the layoffs rather than laying them at the feet of parent company Sony. Parsons told employees that the layoffs were largely due to underperformance of Destiny 2 over the last year, as well as lower than expected pre-orders for upcoming expansion The Final Shape. IGN can now independently confirm reports that The Final Shape has been delayed to June 2024, and Marathon has been internally delayed to 2025 after having been in development since 2019. That's like kind of the caveat to the end of that Marathon thing. It's like, we're delaying it another year or two, I don't even know how much. And then like but it's been going on since pandemic, and I get it. Like obviously 2020 things slowed down, I'm sure, but oh man. I know a lot of people look forward to this game. So I mean, it sucks.
I mean, it's a Bungie title. The Bungie name holds a lot of weight, man.
It
sure when it comes to shooters, like Destiny is a really good game. All the Halos, the original trilogy, I consider them, along with other Halo fans, to be better than 343 versions of them.
Yeah, it's fair too. It's fair, man.
Anyways.
Employees were also told that Destiny 2 player sentiment was at an all-time low. Sources tell IGN that the issue has been flagged to leadership repeatedly for months prior to the layoffs, with employees begging for necessary changes to win back players. One former Bungie employee recalled that they were repeatedly assured following the 2022 Sony acquisition of Bungie that there would be no layoffs, and cited an item from a Sony quarterly report that claimed $1.2 billion of the $4 billion acquisition was going explicitly towards staff retention. Multiple employees confirmed that money was distributed to employees who were fully vested, while money split into multiple payments over time and varying based on discipline and seniority. Other employees also told IGN that especially frustrated with the layoffs, given the company had completed work on a brand new headquarters, more than double the size of its previous office, and likely pricey upgrade in Bellevue, Washington. Note the Archived Bungie blog article was available this morning when we first drafted this piece, but as of 3 p.m. That day, it appeared to have been taken down. And then like 40 minutes later, it was back up. So it was really weird.
Interesting how that works.
Yeah. Parsons was criticizing some orders for calling the layoffs a sad day at Bungie in a tweet, which similarly angered several employees we spoke to. Pete Parsons tweeted, and I quote, "Today's a sad day at Bungie as we say goodbye to colleagues who have all made a significant impact on our studio. With what these exceptional individuals have contributed to our games and Bungie culture has been enormous, will continue to be a part of Bungie long into the future." This is kind of a side note. I don't know if this article is going to report it. However, this was a side note I saw. I think one of the people that were laid off, if I'm not mistaken, and like don't quote me on this, but I think one of the people that were laid off is one of the original people. I want to say it was like behind some of the music and like Halo and stuff like that. Did you hear about this?
It wasn't Frank O'Connor, but it was one of the main studio heads and main story writers. I don't remember his name, but after he got laid off, I saw it go viral on like the Halo Twitter community, like bubble, where they're just like, "Hey, 343, go hire." I'm just like, shut up. like, you know what I mean? Just like, I don't know. I don't want to get into Halo stuff right now, but what's happening at like Bungie is not good.
Well, this is the thing. Like, yeah, you hear stuff like that, and it's like, this wasn't just like this is probably going to be significant, right? I mean, this isn't just like we newly hired these 100 people, and sorry, we can't pay you. It's like, there's like deep cuts in the staff that are going in some departments. So,
yeah, I think there's like 2 different things going on. Well, maybe 3. You can add in an extra. But overall, it's like you have the acquisition where you have multiple head leaderships, which is the guy that was like originally with Bungie since their foundation. You're gonna have overlap between them and the Sony personnel that are overseeing that type of position in the acquisition. So doubling up, they're gonna have to be let go. The other aspect is like the fact of the matter is maybe they overhired over the last 3 years, like most companies have that we've been seeing, and they're probably cutting down based on seniority or sometimes cutting out people that are high salary earners for people that are slightly next to them or under them that can do their job.
Oh
The
yeah.
typical corporate BS that's been going on in America for the last, well, probably the world now, the last like 40 to 50 years.
Yeah. So, the exact number of those impacted by these layoffs are still nebulous, though some sources we spoke to suggested roughly around 100 employees, a number that was also reported by Bloomberg. Multiple employees claimed that internally, Bungie leadership has tried to obfuscate the numbers and departments of those impacted while discouraging employees from asking questions on these topics in company chats. IGN has now heard of layoffs impacting. All right, you want to count this, Mike? You want to count the amount of teams here? Okay. We have the community team,
Everyone.
art, engineering, recruiting, legal, audio, QA, creative studios, and IT, with impacts across Destiny 2 and Marathon teams. We've got 9 affected departments at this point, and including multiple members of the company's diversity committee and accessibility club. That's messed up, man. What the heck? Like, my goodness.
They're cutting everybody that makes their game, their product.
I mean, I was like, yeah, I'm not like laughing at it. It's just like, it's insane to me.
That's just wild.
It is. It is. Those impacted are receiving a minimum of 3 months of severance and corporate health benefits. And this is where it kind of gets cloudy because I've heard that some of the benefits were terminated virtually immediately, and it's the way kind of. And this was actually a point I saw. I think either an employee or someone reporting on it said that a lot of some of the healthcare policies that they kind of maintain for their employees, it always like I think it like cuts off at the end. It's supposed to be like the end of the calendar month or something like that. It cuts off. And it's like they're laying them off on the 30th. So it's like they have like 1 day of like healthcare, of like, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's
intentional
intentional on her.
Yeah.
It's 100% intentional, for sure.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, too, it's like, dude, they've been working all year. Maybe they were looking for like a yearly bonus like most companies have, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Now, all of a sudden, you don't have to pay out the bonuses.
Yeah.
And you know they're going to say, like, oh, it's a bigger pool to distribute to the people that deserve to be here, like air quotes, deserve to be here. Meanwhile, it goes to the CEOs or Sony overlords. I don't know. Capitalism, dude.
Capitalism, corporate America, you know? It's great out
Yes,
here.
sir.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Multiple employees expressed frustration about the layoffs, saying they felt that the decisions leading to the company's apparent money struggles were out of their hands, and that those who were laid off were being punished for a problem they largely did not cause. It's definitely weird being one who is laid off based on decisions and performances of people in departments you're not involved with, one impacted employee told IGN. Being deemed expendable hurts. Additionally, IGN has been told that a noticeable number of employees had been dismissed from the QA team in the weeks and months leading up to yesterday's layoffs. While the exact number is unknown, the number of departments over time were notable enough that the company's head of QA sent an email around to staff members addressing the situation. IGN has reviewed the email, which claimed the dismissals were not layoffs and not a result of cost cutting in any way, adding that if we ever did layoffs, we would be upfront about it. They also kind of show off, you know, you want to see this nice little render, Mike, you know, just nice. Here's your studio.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that an actual render? Or is that a?
I think it's like an art render, but.
Oh yeah, that's fake. That's
yeah.
fake AF. Yeah, that looks worse than Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah, it even says an artist rendering of the Bungie's new headquarters.
2021.
2021, dude. You had 2.5 years to go check that out. Why didn't you take a picture when they were there?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's done. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a little bit more. We'll cap it off, you know. Employees familiar with the situation told IGN that the dismissals came alongside what felt like a growing crackdown on QA and increased job responsibilities, and multiple people being placed on performance improvement plans for seemingly minor infractions. Mike's just like writhing right now.
Dude, I'm full scale. Like I'm about to tilt on the pod right now. You can keep going. I don't want to pop off.
In 2021, IGN spoke to 26 current and former employees at Bungie about a pervasive, toxic work culture at the Destiny 2 developer that, at the time, seemed to slowly be improving thanks to the ongoing efforts of employees at the ground level. However, earlier this month, which I'm assuming is October-ish, the IGN also reported on an ongoing lawsuit filed against Bungie by a former HR manager who claims he was wrongfully terminated for reporting potential racial bias in the company. IGN has reached out to Bungie for comment. And, we don't have a comment. Sorry.
Okay.
This is
the
our
ending.
comment,
Yeah, the ending is hopefully that's not true. Hopefully, the wrongful termination based on somebody's race is that's pretty despicable, I think.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
anybody that would actually agree with that. I do think, man, minor infractions, performance improvement plans, immediately taking away healthcare within like less than 48 hours because you're firing them at the end of the month, some type of contracts where they have like their contract workers, they don't get full benefits. Like when you have in the United States here, when you have your healthcare and your insurances tied to your employment and you fire somebody so that the companies don't have to pay anything, like how do you not say that's money related,
Yeah,
or
it's hard, man.
getting rid of people just to make sure that like Sony's new purchase ends up profitable at the end of the year so the stockholders and the shareholders look good on the spreadsheets that they keep investing in the corporate machine,
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it hurts to see that happen, but I also think, I mean, Bungie leadership, I think from the perspective that I've always known and seen them, I think they're idiots just in general.
Yeah.
Like they kind of messed up a lot with Halo. I'll be honest. Halo CE 2, 3, ODST Reach. They were bug fueled mess. They were kind of stupid, and then they just tried to push out Reach as much as they could because they're under contract with Microsoft, and they're like, we got to get the hell out of here. And then they leave Microsoft, and they're like, we want to be an independent studio. And then like 3 months later, they're under Activision Blizzard. And then they're like, we got to get under Activision Blizzard to become an independent studio. And then all of a sudden, now they're under Sony. Like, same exact situation, going from jump to
Crazy.
jump to jump. And I don't know, man. It's just, I feel like maybe the leadership's a little bit lost. So,
Yeah.
and I think Sony's putting the hammer down.
It's all because Destiny 2 underperformed, Mike. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, it's like a game from 2017 underperforming. Are you serious?
Like, we have a consistent player base
serious?
Here. We have a consistent player base here.
The game is 6 years old, and you're working on a new IP called Marathon. That the trailer came out, everybody was excited. Halo looks like absolute ass, and everybody's looking for a new game. You know what I mean? Like, Marathon is on the cusp of being, if it's good. This all depends on if it's good. But if it launches and it grabs attention, it can actually like steal the FPS market because Bungie knows how to make games. For all the bugs that they have in every single game, for a big of a bust, non-bust Destiny 1 was, it was still a success. You know what I mean? Like, Marathon could hit. But if you're doing this kind of garbage, laying off 100 employees that are all in departments where they make your product for you to make money, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Why?
Man. Sort of justify this, right? I mean, see, like, you hear all the facts and you see everything. It's kind of like, I mean, they're giving out severance, round of applause there, I guess. But like, it seems like the reasoning behind laying them off in the first place is kind of like, I don't know what to believe, but it seems kind of weird. So.
By the way, we need to stop giving applause when companies lay off people and give them severance because that is required by federal law in the United States.
That's true. It's not really the company, right?
So, no, it's not the company. I'm pretty sure if that was not a law, they would definitely not do it.
I'm reverse applauding.
Yeah.
Screw you, Bungie.
You're doing this?
Screw you, Bungie. How dare you?
It sucks because, like, Bungie, to me, it's part of my childhood. It's no different than like Sega that we just covered the last article or whatever.
Yeah, it is, right? It's an older dev, but it's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy, man. What's wrong with dude? It's about all these companies, Mike, dude. They, you just gotta remember they could just like at any moment you're just out of there. Like you're forgotten about the next day. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I mean, that's a fact. I mean, there's another article in not the next one, but the one that you're going to cover, your next article, where I'm pretty sure that dev is in hot water. way
Agree.
worse than Bungie is. But little
Dude,
teaser